Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Connie, and I want to come to you today with more of a lifestyle conversation. So stay tuned for that. But before I do that, I want to welcome everybody. I want to welcome the new people, new ladies that have joined us, and we're glad you're here. And I'm sure you probably know, but I'll just remind you that on this channel, we talk about everything beauty, fashion, decorating, life changes, and living in Southern California, which we sometimes lovingly call SoCal. And all of this for women over 70, which is me and maybe you. So I want to come to you today, and I don't have any thoughts arranged. So we'll see what happens. First of all, you guys all know that my husband passed away a year ago, February. It hasn't quite been a year and a half yet, but almost. And I've gone through the grieving process, and you can see some of that in my videos. And I am making some decisions to move forward. And I wanted to share some of that with you so that maybe it would help you or someone you know with their grieving process if they've been grieving for a while. And there is no timeline on this. I don't know when it happens and when it doesn't. But what happened for me was the other night I was walking around my community, and I wasn't walking fast. I was just kind of just slowly walking around and thinking. And I was kind of panicking, with everything that's going on in the world. I'm like, what do I do? Do I sell my house? Do I cash everything out? This is about what I've got. It's my house. So what do I do, And I was panicking. And so I came home and I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and it was just like God spoke to me in the middle of the night, and I had a revelation, and I'm like, it's time to wake up and start moving forward and making decisions. And I will be honest, and I will tell you that for all of this time, since February 4th, I haven't made a lot of decisions. I haven't done a lot of things. I've done a lot of sitting, a lot of thinking, a lot of sadness. I've gotten up and I've put on a happy face and laughed and tried to make the best of it. But I was grieving inside. It reminded me of the song, laughing on the outside, crying on the inside, or something like that. So what happened to me Monday morning was I woke up and I just said, I don't know how much time God is going to give me left on this earth, but I'm healthy, and I take a good nutritional program to keep me that way. And so what's the rest of my life look like? It doesn't matter how long I have. I'm 77. I could have 20 years. I could have a day, an hour, a minute. Nobody knows. So it's time to figure out what I'm going to do. And for the first year and a half, I didn't do much as far as decisions. I let everybody make decisions for me. And they were all good ones because it was people that loved me and cared about me. And I got to thinking, when I met Gar, my husband, when I was 14, and we married when I was 18, right out of high school. Actually, I was almost 15 when I met him. And so we got married right out of high school. And I've been with him ever since, until 77. So if you think about that, from 14 until 77, I moved out of my parents' house into taking up housekeeping with him in our own place. We had a little apartment. And so I was really, as a child and a young adult, I was, honestly, I was very naive. And I loved him with all my heart. And so the sun just rose and set on him. And I believed everything he said, and it wasn't all true. I found that out the hard way. And so I'm not saying that I never made any decisions in our 57 years that we were married, but I didn't make them alone. And most of the time, I would go with his thoughts instead of my own. And so now I have no one to make a decision with. I can talk to the people that are closest to me, my family, and I can ask for their thoughts or their opinions. But in the end, I'm going to start making my own decisions. I'm going to get up out of my chair. And I've started that. So I've started walking in my community because I told you I'm already on a good nutrition program. So I'm walking in my community and I'm walking fast. I put tennis shoes on and I'm getting out there. And so I'm having to do it at night because it's too hot during the day. And I didn't want to give myself excuses and wait till fall and then say, oh, it's too cold or it's too windy. So I just got out there and I started. And it has really helped clear my mind. So if you're not doing any kind of exercise, even if you get out and walk, it's good for the body, it's good for the soul. Get out there and do something. You'll love it. And so I've only been doing it, about 4 or 5 days, but I'm really enjoying the process. And I'm not going to stop. My plan is to walk 7 days a week. Now, it was too hot here last night and tonight, so I'm not walking. But I'm picking up again tomorrow because it's going to be a little cooler, and so I'm going to walk. I'm going to pick my business back up, and I'm going to start really putting my heart into my business because the opportunity there to grow is exponential. And so many people in this economy and this time really need the help and the advice on making some extra money. And so I'm really going to focus on that. And I made a couple of notes. I was just checking them. And so honestly, I just kind of want to say that it's time. I'm still going to be sad, and I will have touchy moments, emotional moments. Those might never go away. But it's like God put up the green light for me the other night and said, get up. Be yourself. Find out who you are. And go for it. So there might be an extension to this video somewhere down the line, maybe about finding myself. Another gal that, before I close, another gal that I follow weekly, and I really like her, and it's Little Poet, and I will put her link down below. You will love her if you go watch her. And last week she talked about authenticity. And I think that's the other thing that I have realized. I've always tried to be authentic. However, what I found was that if I couldn't, I wasn't sure what to do, I would kind of avoid certain things. And I can't think of anything particular, but you have an idea. You can, your own situations where maybe you've avoided something where you really just should have faced it. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm facing things and I'm dealing with them And if it means having a conversation with someone, I'm doing that. And I'm not letting anything lay. I want to be authentic. I want to be real. And I think I will leave it at that. I could explain some of that, but I think it kind of speaks for itself, and you kind of get the idea where I'm headed with it. I've always tried to be real and love on people, but sometimes I would hit I don't like confrontation at all. And so sometimes I would hit one of those moments with someone and it just felt uncomfortable. And so I would find myself avoiding them or the situation. If you hear my cat, I'm sorry, she's hungry. I'll feed her in a minute. So I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm really going to, everything I do is going to be toward making me the person that God wants me to be now, as a single person, a widowed person, and a child of God. And so I'm going to move forward in whatever direction that takes. I know one of the main things is my business, because that's helping other people. And so I really, really am going to focus on that and touch as many lives as I can and help them to make more money, so that especially women my age, a lot of women my age don't make enough money, and it's hard to get by sometimes. And so I want to help them see the light on that, on how they can do better. So that's one of my main things that I'm going to do. But basically, it's just, I got up, I started moving, and every decision I make is moving forward. So I hope that makes sense. And I didn't want to stay on too long and make it heavy. Look, it's already 12 minutes. Sorry about that. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I hope you got something out of this. I'm going to go back and rewatch my own words, and hopefully I will get something out of it as well. So I want to just tell you to be blessed. Have an awesome day, an awesome time until we meet back here again. And just know, if nobody else has told you today, I love you. Have an awesome time, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.